Hey, a quick one. Imagine you're standing in the quiet of your own mind, looking back at the choices that went sideways. You had the best of intentions. You were trying to save something or someone. You were acting out of love or maybe a desperate sense of justice. But the world, the cold physical world that doesn't care about your heart, it took that choice and it twisted it. It turned your good into a catastrophe. We find ourselves caught in this permanent tragic friction between the internal and the external. There is a fundamental question that haunts the history of human conflict and the individual in conscience. Is a person defined more by their intentions or by the consequence of their actions? We often think of our intentions as something sacred, as a sanctuary, a secret garden where we are always the hero of our own story. But the consequences of our actions are the hard pavements of the world we all have to walk on. This struggle isn't just an abstract philosophical debate, it's the daily bread of the hoi polloi. Think about a father in a rural village or in a crowded estate in Nairobi, or just any father who is trying to get his child seen by a doctor. His intentions is definitely pure. It is the highest form of love, the protection of his family, But when he encounters a system that is stalled and he decides to offer a bribe to jump the line or get the services done quickly, he enters a moral twilight zone. In his mind, he's a good man doing what is necessary for his blood, but the consequences of that action is another brick in the wall of a corrupt system that ensures the person who is behind him, who might even be poorer, never gets to sin at all. Now, is he defined by the love in his heart or by the rod he just helped sustain? We see this in the hustler culture that was defined so much in the previous election, 2022, portraying the Kenyan spirit. This is a beautiful intention there. The drive of self-resilience, the refusal to be defeated by a stagnant economy. It is the spirit of Harambee, of pulling together. But when that hustle turns into shortcuts, when it involves stepping on others to climb a little higher, the consequences begins to outweigh the motive. You can have the most patriotic intentions in the world, speaking at a podium about tuta, tume, tunatenga. I know you're very familiar with those phrases, and speaking about maendeleo. But if your policies or your rhetoric results in tribal division or economic hardship for the vulnerable, does that good in your heart actually matters? The mother who can't afford the little things like basic things like unga, the basic needs, does she eat your intentions? She lives with your consequences. This is a tragedy. It's a tragedy. This is a tragedy. Damn it! This is the tragedy of our own agency. We judge ourselves by our inner man, our humanity, and what we meant to do. But history and our neighbors judge us by the world we leave behind. We are all caught in this loop, trying to be good people while navigating a reality that often demands we do bad things just to survive. Ultimately, here in Kenya, the experience reveals that intentions are a luxury, but the consequences are a debt that the whole community has to pay. So I'll leave you with this. We all want to be judged by the light we carry, by the spark of humanity and the purity of what we meant to do. But the world only feels the weight of our hands, and at the end of the day, you'll have to look at the ground you've walked on and at the system you fed and and at the neighbors you've impacted, and ask yourself, is a person defined more by their intentions or by the consequences of their actions? The answer might be the difference between the person you think you are and the legacy you actually leave behind. Have a lovely evening. Peace.